Hello dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel and congratulations to all the students admitted to first year B Pharmacy. Now in this session we will see the course structure of first year B Pharmacy and from where to download the syllabus and how many semesters do we have, what is the syllabus and what is the exam pattern. So lot many things we will discuss, and this course structure it will be as per SPPU Pune only. So for other universities, all the universities they will have their own university syllabus. So you can see, but almost now Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi has published a syllabus which is similar to all the universities, but it is having little bit difference. So that difference may be for 10 to 15% or to 20% max. But remaining rules almost they are similar. So like the video and subscribe the channel. Lot many pharmacy related content you can find on my channel. So subscribe it and definitely like the video. Come in Google, type SPPU Pune or just type SPPU, and the first website you will see about Savitribai Phule Pune University. In the main dashboard page you can see over here tab for syllabi. So click on it. Once you click on it for B Pharma syllabus, you have to come on revised syllabus for academic year 2019. So click on it. Once you click on it, see in the pharmaceutical sciences, click on pharmaceutical sciences, this plus sign, and then here you can see the first year B Pharm syllabus 2019 pattern. See this syllabus, it has not been revised after 2019, so you people are having still 2019 syllabus. So I will download it. When you are going through a mobile, you can search by similar way. Just the last page, whatever here we have seen, it will be in different format. So search for FYB Pharm syllabus. Now you can see this PDF. I will give the link of this PDF in the description box where you can see it. So just I have zoomed it so to understand. And here you can see that first year B Pharm syllabus course 2019 pattern and effective year it is from 2019-20. Now we will see the some main contents of the syllabus. As far as you can read the syllabus overall from this PDF. So let us see firstly the course structure, how it is for your first semester. Now this is the course structure for first semester. I will zoom in a little bit. Okay. So here you can see the semester 1, and in such way all the semester 8 semesters they have been given. So you have 8 semester in 4 years. So each semester it will last for 6 months. The course code it is BP101T, Human Anatomy and Physiology 1. So it's a theory subject. And see there are almost 5 theories. All the students they will have in 5 theories, and there are some remedial subjects like remedial mathematics and remedial biology. So for which students they are, I will let you know. So firstly see this Human Anatomy Physiology 1, Pharmaceutical Analysis 1, it's also theory. Pharmaceutics 1 theory, Pharmaceutical Inorganic Chemistry theory, Communication Skill theory. So these are the 5 subjects all the students will have in theory. And remedial biology and remedial mathematics, the students who were not having biology in 12th, they will have a biology now. And the students who are not having mathematics in 12th, they will have mathematics, remedial mathematics. So it's theory only for mathematics, but for biology you are having a practical session also. Now here you can see that the subject has changed. The code it is BP107. Each subject is having a different code. Human Anatomy and Physiology practical year you are having. Here it was a theory first subject. After that pharmaceutical analysis. After that year you are having a practical for that subject. Pharmaceutics here you are again having a practical for it. Pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry here you are having gain a practical for it. Communication skill also has a practical, and students who will have in biology will have an remedial biology practical. There is no practical for mathematics. Now see the scheme. What is the scheme for this course structure? So there are two main parts: internal assessment and end semester examination. So internal assessment and we will say external assessment here, end semester examination. After every 6 months of end of the semester, you will have an end semester examination. So total theory subject it is of 100 marks, and 75 marks there for end semester examination. Means it's for an like university examination we can say, or external examination, and remaining part of 25 marks it has been conducted in the college. Means everything it has been conducted in the college, but this it is as per the college. So there are two parts in internal assessment. One is continuous mode and second one is sessional examination. So sessional examination likewise it is like an class test. So it is for 15 marks and duration it is for 1 hour, and continuous mode it is for 10 marks. So how the marks for continuous mode they are been given? So remember that every theory subject it is of 100 mark except communication skill, and it is having an asterisk. And what is the meaning of that asterisk I will tell you. So there are 4 subjects of theory which are having 400 marks, and one communication skills theory subject it is having only 50 marks, and remaining, so it will be not for all the students who were the students who are having biology and mathematics in 12th, they will be exempted from these subjects. And now for practical sessions, see all the practical sessions they are of 50 marks, and the end semester examination it will be for 35 marks for practical, and only the communication skill practical it will be of 25 marks. Remaining it will be of 50 marks, and out of that 35 they are for end semester examination and 15 they are for internal assessment. From that 15 it has been again divided into 5 and 10. 5 it is for continuous mode, and sessional it will be of 10 marks, and the duration it is for 4 hours. Now in similar way, this biology will also have an practical. The students who are having a biology, it will be only for 25 marks. External or end semester it will be of 15, and 10 it will be for internal assessment. Out of that 5 it will be for sessional examination, and 5 it will be for continuous mode. Now see the total of examinations. So let us see the total, and before that I will tell you that, so this sign it is indicating that, hash sign it is indicating that this was only for the students who are not having who were having mathematics, physics, chemistry at HSC and appearing for remedial biology. So this that hash it is only for biology students, and remedial mathematics $sign, so it is for and remedial mathematics student. See this hash 750 marks it will be for biology, 25 it has increased beyond the math because it is having practical. 725 it is only for students having mathematics extra, and 675 it will be for regular students. And this star it is indicating that these are non-university examination. So remedial biology practical, communication skill practical, remedial biology and mathematics it will be a non-university examination, and communication skill it will be also a non-university examination. All remaining they will be an university examination. Similar way, in the second semester you will have this kind of a course structure. Now once you understand the first year course structure, you can understand this. Here the one of one subject, that is computer application in pharmacy, it is only and non-university examination, and plus this environmental science it is also a non-university examination. The computer application in pharmacy it is also having a practical. Remaining things are similar as like above. You will have now see in this case like human anatomy and physiology you were having part 1, now here you are having part 2. In this pharmaceutical organic chemistry you were having earlier in the first sem you are having inorganic chemistry, here you are having in pharmaceutical organic chemistry 1. Biochemistry it is again a new subject for you, and pathophysiology, it is a new subject related with human anatomy and physiology. Now coming further, so every same course structure it is been given, SEM 3, SEM 4, and similar to up to an 8 SEM, right? So you can see, and now in the 8 SEM the rules are little bit different. You are having elective subject over here, so you can choose elective subject from this, any 2 elective subjects. So you can see later on it once you understand. Now coming to an continuous mode, so we have seen in the table 10 marks they were been given for an continuous mode, and what is the marking scheme for that, for an continuous mode. See, for 10 marks, when you are having a 10 marks, attendance it will be for 4 marks, and the guidelines for attendance they have been given. Academic activities such as quiz, assignment, open book test, fieldwork, group discussion, and seminar. So from this, all the activities you will have any 2 activities, and each activity it will be of 2 marks. So teacher can assign any 2 activities, and student teacher interaction. So if a student is having any doubt, they can ask the teacher, or likewise whether student is having a good attitude, he is regular, or it depends on lot many factors. So 4 plus 4 plus 2 it becomes 10, so it is for continuous mode. And for attendance, the table it has been given, so 95 to 100 you will have 4 marks, 90 to 94 3 marks, 85 to 89 it will be 2 marks, and 80 to 84 it will be 1 mark, and less than 80 it is 0 marks that you will get. And similar way in the practical you are having only 5 marks. In case of an practical you are having only 5 marks, so 2 marks they will be for an attendance. So here you can see the attendance, and 3 marks that will be based on practical records and regular viva voice. And the subjects like non-university examinations are having only 5 marks assessment, so 2 marks they will be for attendance, and 3 marks that will be given for academic activities and student teacher interaction. And for attendance you need to refer this table, which is only for practical, but when attendance it is of 2 marks, you can refer this same table. Now coming towards sessional examination. See, sessional examination it was for 15 marks, but the rule is that the 2 sessionals they will be conducted. The 2 sessionals shall be conducted for each theory and practical as per the schedule fixed by the college. So college will decide the schedule. The scheme of question paper for theory and practical sessional examination is given below. See here, don't confuse that theory it was for 15 marks, and this 15 marks how actually it becomes 30. Why it is 30? The average marks of 2 sessionals shall be computed for internal assessment as per the requirement of table number 10. Right, so we have seen the table number 10 earlier only. Sessional exam shall be conducted of 30 marks. 30 marks sessional will be conducted for theory and shall be computed for 15 marks. See here, average it has been taken. It is not best of one, average of 2 sessional it has been taken. So remember the students that you have to give both the sessional for a good average, and don't miss the sessional. And they will be conducted for 30 marks, and the duration it will be for 1.5 hours. And similarly, practical sessional it will be conducted for 40 marks, and that 40 will be computed to 10 marks. As you have seen that there was 50 marks practical, and 35 it was for end semester examination, and 10 it was for sessional practical examination, and 5 for continuous mode that I have shown you. Now this 40 will be computed to 10, right? 40 will be computed to 10 marks. Apart from this, now the pattern for theory sessional examination, the subjects which are university examinations, so they will have objective type question, 7 out of that you have to answer 5. Long answer question it will be 2, out of that you have to answer 1, and short answers they will be 3 and you have to answer 2. When it is for a sessional examination, this pattern it is for a sessional examination. And for a Non-university subject sessional examination, the pattern will be long answer question 1 into 10. So 2 will be given, out of that you have to solve 1, and short 6 will be given, out of that you have to answer 4, which will be marked into 5, it becomes 20, and non-university examination it will be given 30 marks. Now coming towards an practical sessional examination. So practical sessional examination synopsis will be for 10 marks, 25 for experiment, and viva voice for 5. Total it becomes 40. So 40 it will be computed to 10 as per the rules. And very important to note over here is that the students shall be declared pass and eligible for getting a grade of course of B.Pharm program if he or she secures at least 50% marks in a particular course, including internal assessment. So you need to score minimum 50% marks in each subject, right? For example, he is declared pass to get a grade of student secure minimum 50% out of an 100 including continuous mode and assessment, and the end semester theory examiner has to secure 25 marks for a total 50 including internal assessment and end semester practical examination, right? So you need to score 50. If students fail to secure minimum 50 marks, then the theory and practical as per the course specified in 12, he or she shall reappear for an end semester. Though you have passed the examination, again you have to reappear because you need to complete 50% marks minimum. And internal assessment can be carried over to obtain the good marks. Improvement sessional can be taken, but the reconduct of the sessional should be before the commencement of end semester theory examination, and it depends on the college because the decision it will be taken by an college for this. And these are the tentative schedules, but now due to a pandemic these schedules are not followed as such. The first, third, fifth and sixth semester examination it is almost in November and December, and second, fourth, sixth and eighth is odd same and even same. So even same they are in May and June, and for failed students as per the respective. Now see the pattern for end semester examination of theory. It is for 75 marks. Objective it will be 7, out of that you have to solve 5. So each 5 it will be often 3 marks, so it will be 15. And long answer question there will be 4, you have to answer 2. So 2 into 10 it becomes 20, and for short answer question it will be 10, out of that you have to solve 8, and 8 into 5 becomes 14. Total it will be for 75 marks. And the paper which are having 50 marks, so they will be in such that 3 out of 3 you have to solve 2, and 2 it will be for 10 each, it becomes 20, and 8 out of that 6 you have to solve in short answers, and 6 multiplied by 5 it becomes 30, and total it will be often 50 marks. And the paper which are often just 35 marks, so they will be out of 2 you have to solve 1, and out of 7 you have to solve 5 for short answers, and 10 into 5 it becomes 25 plus 35 marks. That will be the marking scheme. And for end semester practical examination, so earlier we have seen sessional examination often practical. End semester it is often 35 marks. Synopsis it will be for 5, experiment 25, and otherwise it will be for an 5. Now which students are eligible for like an 80-80 terms? So now this syllabus it is having good terms for academic progression. See, the students who have failed in first semester, second semester, third semester will be allowed till the fourth semester. So if he fails in first year and third sem of an second year, still he is allowed to till fourth semester. But he is not allowed if he fails in first and second semester. If he attends in fifth semester, he is not allowed. He has to firstly pass first and third. If he is failing in the third semester or fourth semester, then he can attend fifth. Means the gap, see here, like he will be carry forward. Means if third, fourth, and fifth semester he is failing, then he will be allowed for 6th sem also, but he will be not allowed for an 7th sem if any subject from the first sem, second sem, third sem and fourth sem they are remaining. So you need to pass firstly first sem, second sem to attend 5th semester. Means you are having ample of time. Earlier it was little bit different, so you can attend till the second year without, if you are not passing, still you can attend it, but in the 5th semester you need to clear first and second semester. Now you will not have an percentage in case of this syllabus. You will have an CGPA score, and this CGPA score, it depends on semester grade point, means semester grade point average. Each semester that will be calculated with grade point, and after that cumulative grade point, that is CGPA score, will be given. See, like CGPA score, if it is above 7.5, if your pointer is above 7.5, then you will score first class with distinction. After that, CGPA score, if it is 6 to 7.9, 7.49, it is first class, and if it is in between 5 to 5.99, it becomes a second class. Here you are having an opportunity for project work in the final semester, so you can read the rules about it. You can have industrial training, or either you can have an some like hands-on training, or UGC approved or AICT recognized courses like SWAYAM or NEPTEL. So that you can do it. And one more point you are having, that is practice school, so it is in 7th sem. So you can read this PDF. Now we will go towards the syllabus. This syllabus, it has been given below. So let us see the first subject of semester 1, that is human anatomy and physiology. Every syllabus, it is having a scope and objectives which are been defined by university. So total syllabus, it is for 45 hours. So 45 hours lectures will be taken by your subject teacher respective, and each course content, now from here your course content it actually starts. So unit, there will be in different units in different subjects. So unit 1, it is for an 10 hours, and it is having introduction to human body. So it is for 3 hours. Cellular level organization, it is for 3 hours again, and tissue level organization, it will be for 4 hours. Likewise, you will have some units with specified hours, and at the end you will have recommended books. See, not all the books that are needed, but see, now there will be no textbook like you are having till 12th. You will have recommended books which you can find in your library. The reference, these are called reference book. A reference book, it means that everything you cannot find from the syllabus. So these are the point of an syllabus that you need to study, and according to that, university has given some recommended books. So you can use such kind of an reference book. Most of them, they are reference books. So these are some reference book. And now coming toward the practical. So each week it is having 4 hours time. Means it will be divided into batches, and the batches that will be conducted, minimum students that will be 20 to 25 as per the guidelines. So these are some practicals that you will have in human anatomy physiology. Again, the recommended books that you can see, these are some recommended books given by university. And similar way, you can find out the syllabus for each and every subject from this syllabus copy. And so see the syllabus for whole your first sem from this syllabus copy. If you are having any doubts, you can comment me. I will surely answer it.